Good morning, YouTube. Oh, lovely cup of tea. I had a couple of videos planned for this weekend, but plans have changed, and I've got family staying over for various reasons. So I thought I'd do a video that I've been thinking about doing for a while because it's now 9:05 on Thursday morning. My child is in school. My wife is in bed with the flu. So I thought I'd take this time to do a quick video about the Atari 2600. It was my first games console as a child. It was our first family console, and I still have a lot of affection for it now. So I thought I'd play some of the games. We never had a lot of games for it back in the day. But as you can see on the screen, I've got a list of my favourites that I had as a kid, so I'm just going to play through them all, chat about my experience in it, and you can watch it and enjoy it. So here we go. We'll just go in alphabetical order, because why no? So the first is Centipede. Can you see my cursor? Yes, you can. There we go. Right, so we've got Centipede. Let's do it! Now, I'm a huge fan of the art style. Art style? I mean, it's not really a style, it's just the limitations of the hardware at the time. But I'm very, these bold sort of colours on a black background. It's a look I'm very fond of. When we used to play this as a kid, when we got the Atari 2600, I was like, what, 8? Maybe? And we got it for one Christmas, and it was set up in the kitchen in our house so that everyone could have a shot. At the time, we weren't allowed consoles in our bedroom because Mum and Dad didn't want us sort of up in our room too much, just staring at a TV screen. So we had the Atari 2600 and a portable telly on the kitchen table where they could monitor how much time we played on it and stuff. And they could have a shot themselves when we went to our bed, which they often did. So Centipede. This game, it's a sort of arcade game. The aim of the game is to destroy the centipede, and that's it. Shoot it. The spiders come down. Very iconic sound from my childhood. It's a hard game, as you can see, but it's just what you see is what you get. Millipede's a lot better. Has more to do in it. But this I used to love sitting in the kitchen at night with my brother, or mum or dad, playing this, and like. The kitchen curtain's shut, it's winter, the lights are off, and you've got the colours of the TV, the sort of stark, solid colours reflecting lights off the kitchen walls and stuff. You really did feel like you're in an arcade, especially at that age. I missed whatever it's meant to be, a frog or a lizard. Get it! Oh, bugger, I'm dead. So yeah, fun memories of the Atari 2600. My mum and dad aren't really gamers, never have been. Mum's one of those people, she played Tetris when we had it on the Game Boy. She was obsessed with Candy Crush when it came out and stuff like that. But they've never been console gamers, I'm going to say. Dad can't play. The only game Dad really played was Leaderboard on the Commodore 64 because he loved golf. But Mum and Dad have never really been gamers, but they did play the Atari 2600. We'd hear them at night playing like Mrs. Pac-Man or whatever. And so fond memories. The games are simple, obviously, the limitations of the hardware. But as I've always said, if a game's fun, it's fun. And it's fun forever. This game, it's simple, but it's enjoyable. And as you get on, it gets more and more difficult. Especially getting those spiders, that was freaking me out. Right, that's enough Centipede. Let's go. What's the next one? Oh, my second favourite game on the Atari the Atari VC, Crystal Castles. My favourite version of this. Better than the arcade, better than the Amiga, better than Commodore 64. You play as Bentley Bear. I pressed the wrong button. Single screen levels where you have to collect all the crystals before the enemies do. Or before the enemies kill you. These ones didn't eat the crystals, I think. Do they? No. And that's it. And it's almost like a sort of 3D or an isometric Pac-Man, but it has a bit more depth with the enemies and stuff, and I absolutely adore it. I adore the look of the game, I adore the colours. Ooh, get it! Got it. This game, I love this game so much. The sound effects, again, this was quintessentially Atari 2600 for me. So the trees, unlike the balls, the trees, if you jump over them, they will shrink, freezing them in time for a bit. But again, they don't eat the crystals, they just hone in on you. I'll eat the honey. Now the honey, the bees come down randomly, and I think the idea is if you eat the honey, the bees will chase you. But the bees seem to chase you regardless, so I just eat the honey, because bugger it. Come on. Oh, here come the bees. Oh, and I win. Oosh. And here's my favourite enemies. Ooh, the caterpillars. Now, if they're eating they swallow the crystals, and as they do, you can see that one there. It gets a wee red line going up it, which means it's swallowed the crystal. If you can run at them while it's eating a crystal, that means you can destroy it. Let's see if I can get him. Hang on. Come on, eat a crystal. Eat a crystal, buddy. Here he goes. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oosh. There we go. The skeletons, there is no way to destroy as far as I'm aware. If I can just get these 3 crystals. Oh, I was going to say if I can just get these 3 crystals, I'll be able to go up and leave him, but he went up the elevator himself. And one of the things I loved about the Atari 2600, certainly, was, so, with the limits its technology, sprites could only be made up as, Bentley Bear got buggered. Sprites could only be made up as a certain amount of pixels. And so representing on screen what they were supposed to be was 50% skill, 50% programming, and should we say 25% skill, 25% programming, and 50% imagination. So even though you knew what something was meant to be, sometimes it didn't look like it, and you had to just use your imagination. Oh shit, I shouldn't eat that crystal. Get that crystal, get that crystal, get that crystal, get that crystal. Oosh! Ah, fudge, I missed him. Bugger it, I'll just go for it. Now the witch. The witch is a dangerous enemy. But if you get the witch's hat, or the magician's hat, you can destroy the witch. For 3,000 smackaroonies. And this is the game. This is as all it is, but it's just so, I don't know, simple yet not. It's just, like, I can have as much fun playing this as I can any Xbox One game or PS4 game. And it's not just nostalgia. I mean, the graphics, to get over the limited graphics is nostalgia, certainly, but, nah, I can't destroy the tree card, to get over the graphics is nostalgic, certainly. Like, I don't care if I could play this. If I hadn't played this as a kid... Oh, he got me again! I'm so slow on that! If I hadn't played this as a child, I don't care if I could just play it now without being a bit turned off at the graphics. I mean, saying that, there's plenty of games coming out nowadays, including things like, what's it called? What's that one that's just... It's a C64 game that's been ported to the Switch. Something like Mike and Molly? So, I mean, older graphics games, pixel art games as they call them sometimes, they are popular right now, but again, are they just popular because... Oh, come on, hang on, where's it going next? Nope. Are they just popular because the people playing them... not that... Fuck, go away. Sorry, I'm trying to get up this elevator, but the enemies are swarming me. Yeah, and I'm dead. Well, I've got 1 life left. Are they popular because the people playing them remember them from back in the day? It's hard to tell sometimes. No, don't die, Bentley. Yay. I don't know. But certainly, as you can see, it's enjoyable, it's fun, it's challenging, looks nice, the blue background is just very arcadey, very, I don't know how to describe it, it's just nice. 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 Can't do that noise. Nice. Sorry, I'm kind of speaking quite quietly and muted. Oh, got him. Cool. Because the wife is in her bed. She has been stricken with the flu. COVID tests done every day for the past week. Negative. Thank goodness. But nevertheless, she's buggered for the flu. There's 1 crystal there. If he gets it before me... Get away! Go up! Go up! Ah! The bees! The bees are chasing me! There we go. Boom. There we go. Yeah, she's been stricken with the flu, so I thought I'd leave it, have a lie in this morning and try and recover. So that's why I'm whispering a wee bit, because she's up in bed. Snoring her he daff. Don't got that, dude. They done dead well. Getting this game looking as nice and playing as nice as it does in the Atari 2600 is just, it's a testament to programming and all those back in the day. Because a lot of these games on the Atari 2600 are really primitive. But this one certainly, while primitive, is very, very enjoyable. But I've had enough of it, so let's play something else. What's next? The classic. My favourite game on the Atari 2600. Desert Falcon. This game is brilliant. Iconic music. Odd gameplay. Basically, all you've got to do is fly at the end of the level, avoiding enemies to kill the Sphinx. Collecting these hieroglyphics on the way. Some of them, if you get the right combination of 3, will power you up. You have to avoid pyramids and these pillars. So I got 3 there, but nothing. It wasn't a combination. The combinations used to be in the instruction booklet. I have long since forgotten them. So I just collect whatever I can. I actually love this game. Again, levels are very primitive, and it's it's normally what denotes different levels is they just change the colour palette for the screen. So as the levels change, the floor changes colour. It's cool. I don't know. It's just something about the I'm on the brown level. Oh, I'm on the bright blue level. Just it was such. It's hard to describe what I mean, but because of the way. Ooh, I killed all the U's. Double press. Because of the way it looks, and it's so stark, each level is the same graphics but different colours. It's just, it's so... Oh, here we go, the Sphinx. I really need to work out what I'm trying to say. Oh, I got him in 2 shots, yes. It's so... I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Stark. So it's striking, that's the word I'm looking for. The colour differences are so striking that, yeah, it just makes that difference. You don't feel like you're playing the same one game level over and over again, which is essentially what you're doing. I mean, oh, time up. See, look, so now we're on the green level with red lava lakes instead of water. Dun, 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 dun. I have stupidly fond memories of playing this as a kid. Quick, collect the tennis ball. That's what I always said it was. You swim in the water, ready? Shh, 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 shh. Swimming in the water, I am a falcon. Let's see, I'll collect the second one just to see what makes a difference. Points. Get him! Oh, do. Avoid the barrels of fire, which they have in Egypt for some reason. Ooh, I thought I was going to get hit there. Get the tenny ball! Get the tenny ball! Right. So that's it. There's not much more to this game than this, but it's so cool, so good. Obviously the enemies get harder and there's more of them, and the Sphinx gets a wee bit harder to kill each time and stuff, but you know, what could you expect for an Atari 2600? It's grand, it's a good game, it's... You know? You really... That's one thing about this. Oh, kill pots. Double press, double press. You really do feel like your guy's flying. The speed difference when you land... Oh, not on a pyramid. The speed difference when you land to when you're flying really does make you feel like you're flying across the air. Here we go. Oh, I thought there was a Sphinx there. I think it's the blue level next, if I can get past this. Dun, 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 dun. Do it! Ooh. Come on! Do. Sometimes, I mean, where you have to be to hit the Sphinx's face is really... It's precise, and sometimes it takes forever. Oh, I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, I've got the 2 of the feathers. You get the 3 feathers, you get something good. Oh, come on. No. That's it. Game over. Let's play another game. Oh, Galaxian. I think we did well. A lot of the games we got back in the day were the better ones, I think. This is just so fantastic to play. Sorry, I'm just going to be jizzing over the Atari 2600. It's very primitive, obviously. I've still got the physical copy of this somewhere. But it's just, there are some games back in the day, they never had the technology, they never had the programming skills to a certain degree. So games like Pac-Man, this, you know, like Space Invaders, they were simple, but they were addictive. Tetris, you know, it's the games that will last. The fun factor will last forever. If you can enjoy, I mean, some people can't enjoy these games because of the graphics. Far too primitive for them, and that's fine, I suppose. I need to bit because I've been drinking too much tea. But I certainly can. This is just, in this version of the Atari 2600 version of Galaxian, or Galaga. I know Galaga's different, but, you know, essentially the same game. This is just as good. Oh, blown up. Just as good as the arcade for me. Just as good as the arcade for me. And again, when they got the sound right on the Atari 2600, they got it right. Very recognisable sounds. I mean, if I make it to my 70s and I passed a window and this was blaring out, I'd know exactly what it was. Come on, try and get the white guys at the top first because they come down in a fleet. Oh, I'm barring it here. Douche, douche. Come on, boom! Yes. Wow, 17 minutes. Yeah, let's get on with some games here. Mario Brothers, the original arcade. We played this to death as kids. Absolutely awesome. Oh, that ball's gonna get me! No, didn't it? Right, I'll just hit the power block. Again, one of those games where when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's just Super Mario Brothers on the Atari 2600. Like I'm skidding on the ground as you stop. It's just brilliant. And again, 2 players, one of, if not the best 2-player game on the Atari 2600, maybe? I can't really think of another one that I'd say was just as good. Pole position, maybe? Is that 2-player? And again, graphics are primitive, but what do you need? You didn't need the great graphics for it in order for you to understand what you're doing and what you're playing and to enjoy it. You know that's meant to be a turtle, even though it's only 12 pixels. You know that what Mario's meant to be. You understand the level geometry, even though it's just simple lines and squares. Uh-oh. Don't stand down, don't stand down. Oh, got him in time. And it's just one of those games, ooh, where you just play it over and over and over, and oh, I didn't mean to do that. And oh, I'm not doing this, no way. I must admit, I'm not very good at this. Can I get one more? Nope. Oh, did I get that? It's hard to tell. It's just one of those games you can just... Oh, now we've got the crabs, which need hit twice. 2 hits for added danger. And the thing is, every single game I've played so far... Oh, I'm dead. Let's play another one. I would play again. Right, Millipede is just Centipede, but with more things. Slightly nicer graphics. You get these explodable barrels, dynamite. There's a few more different enemies. And if I'm playing one of these games, Millipede or Centipede, I play Millipede. It's slightly more advanced and slightly more challenging. I love the spider music for the spiders. Can I get them? There we go. Get the bat, and then look, the stark change to the blue. It's striking when it happens, and it's very iconic for me as an Atari 2600 player. Right, next game, Mrs. Pac-Man. Again, this is the one that I distinctly have a memory of. Mum and Dad, like, I was in my bed. Me and my brother shared a room at the time. I was 8, and I just heard for downstairs, and I was like, "What's that?" They're playing the Atari 2600. Looked down to find them. Got to the top of the stairs and peeked in to see Mum and Dad in the kitchen with a cup of tea and a cup of coffee playing Mrs. Pac-Man. And again, it's a fantastic version for the Atari 2600. To the point where I've not actually played this game in a good few years. And I'm quite surprised as to how nice it looks, to be honest. It's not as primitive as I remember. I know the Pac-Man Atari 2600 version is very, very bad, but this looks awesome. Oh man, do you know what? I'm just gonna have a couple of beers tonight and play all these games. I have to do it. This is just, I'm having too much fun. Don't get me! Haha! I have escaped your death grip. Oh god. I'm dead. Ah. He went right up my ass. Right. Next game. Pitfall. Again. A classic. I play this all the time, even though I'm terrible at it, as you can see, because I shouldn't have stopped there. Oh, you got me. Quick jump to avoid them at the end. Oh, chicken do. Oh no, got it! Then I fell down the hole because I forgot the controls. Pardon me. Right, I'll leave and come back so I can do. To be honest, I made a Pitfall 2 fan. Right. Oh, timing off. I'm playing that again. Again, my favourite version of this. Come on. Come on. Oh, bugger it. Next game, pole position. Pole position. Sit back and watch them go. Where do I go? There we go. Racing games were very primitive. Obviously, it's hard to do on the. I don't think this is the wrong one. I must be thinking a different game. I don't remember this game. I never played this game before in my life. Have I? You know what? I think I'm thinking of a Commodore 64 game. I have played this before, but there's a game I'm thinking of in my head where it's like split screen, top to bottom, and I think it's a Commodore 64 game. My old age is making my memories all mixed up. So turn this off. But I do remember this one. Dinding Boxing. Again, it's a primitive game, but it looks kind of, for the console it's on, it looks alright. Sitting in the dark playing this, knocking each other's blocks off was awesome. Reminds me of that game they played in The Simpsons, the boxing game, when Bart beats the crap out of Homer. You can block, you can punch. If he gets away from me, I'll try and show you some of the moves. Oh, no, he's not going to get away from me. You can hit him in the head, you can hit him in the body. Stay still, arse. He's making me wear my silhouette because he's running me up it. Oh, here we go, a couple of hits. Take a rest. Again, a very good game. There was a basketball game similar, but I can't seem to find it. No, I'll have to investigate to find out which version it is. It's not the real sports one anyway. But imagine just sitting playing this back in the day, and you've never had a home console before. You'd be loving it. It plays smooth. It's fun. What more do you want for a game? Right, there is one game I've actually just remembered. Go up. Atari 2600 full ROM set. Now this one's iconic. This is probably one of my favourite as well. Where are we? We're looking for D. Digdug. This is the last one because we're oh, my camera's shifted. We're getting on to like nearly half an hour here. But this is another one that's iconic for me. The arcade version is probably the one I play the most, and then it's this. Because I love it. It's just simple gameplay. You know, easy to understand what you're doing. You can tell that's meant to be a dragon, you can tell that's meant to be a something. And as you progress down the levels, the mud or the soil changes colour to denote that you're on harder levels, and it looks awesome. So like I say, Commodore 64 is probably the computer stroke. Like there are certain consoles I've owned quite a lot, but there are certain consoles I've owned that define my gaming experience. Commodore 64, PlayStation 2, and the Atari 2600 I think are probably the main ones. The Xbox 360 when we get into later generations. Just consoles that I enjoyed the games more, and I spent a lot of time with them. You know, like it wasn't. I've had other consoles where I've enjoyed them, but they've never really made a connection with them. If that makes sense, like an emotional connection. Like, as much as I love the PlayStation 1 to death, and the N64, and the Sega Saturn, and you know, other Atari ST, we had one of those, and the Amiga, I adore them, but I've no real super emotional connection. He's gonna get away, the bastard, to them. Like, I can't connect them to any super. I mean, the Amiga I can, because my friends had an Amiga, and we'd go to their house and play it, but you know, I remember the Christmas morning we got the Commodore 64. I remember Mum and Dad sitting playing the Atari ST, the Atari 2600 with us. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3 with my brother when it came out and try to find all the hidden packages. You know, the real decent gaming memories that solidified these consoles as more than just gaming machines for me. You know, it's like your first car or your first date. It's just something, you know, a memory or an emotional connection you'll have your whole life that just makes things a little bit more special than they otherwise would be. So, and the Atari 2600 is definitely one of them. I must admit, there's only a couple of 2600 games I play regularly. Crystal Castles, this, Digdug. But after playing these for this video, which is now nearly half an hour long, Jesus, I'm going to sit and play them tonight, definitely. A couple of beers. Maybe some whiskey, because my beers have been upsetting my IBS recently. But, yeah. Right, you know, I'm going to get this guy. Like, if you notice, the soil's changed colour to a sort of greeny, muddy palette. There we go. So yeah, the Atari 2600 has a massive place in my heart, and I shall forever love it. Oosh.